Namaste, you are listening to the decisive episode of Manav Parichay. In the previous episode, Nasir flatly refused to bow before the judicial injustice of the muftis and mullahs. Now, upon Saba's mother's question, then how will the nikah take place, Nasir revealed his unwavering resolve. Nasir accepted that this marriage is not just Saba's need, but his own as well, so that his derailed life could get back on track. Saba also gave her immediate consent, leading the mother to say, "If both of you agree, then we have no objection." A progressive solution, Nasir did not choose the audacity of eloping. Instead, he chose the path of wisdom. "My proposal is that we both perform a court marriage." Fear of confidentiality and fanaticism. Everyone agreed to this, but Imran warned, "We must not tell anyone about this until the court marriage is completed. Otherwise, someone might attack Bhejan or Saba." Nasir and Saba quietly filed an application in court. Fanaticism's final attempt. Exactly what was feared happened. 5 fundamentalist people reached Imran's house and gave threats. Saba's mother acted with wisdom. Find a suitable match for Saba within a month. The truth of relationships. Over the next 20 days, all 4 proposals that arrived, widowers, divorcees, or those wishing to take a second wife, were over 40 years old, including the Qazi himself who wanted to marry Saba. There was a conflict in Nasir's mind. What if Saba faces social boycott because of the fatwa? But he rejected the idea of escape. He decided that it would be right to stay within his community and struggle. Final argument. Nasir told Imran, "Some of our people incite us to hate those of so-called other faiths. They are unable to even love their own community." The moment of victory, a month passed. On the fixed date, amidst secrecy, Nasir and Saba's court marriage took place. A feast of love. Nasir organized the wedding feast at a 5-star hotel, where the entire family, who had never visited such a hotel before, enjoyed themselves thoroughly. Nasir kept Saba's daughter, Shanaya, in his lap the whole time. Happiness. This marriage has opened the doors of happiness in Saba's life. The loneliness of Nasir's mother has vanished, and Saba's parents now have new hope regarding Imran's marriage. Listen to how wisdom, progressiveness, and true love defeated social orthodoxies and fanaticism. This is the story of humanity's victory in the lives of Nasir and Saba, the happy conclusion of Manav Parichay. You will hear Episode 16, Court Marriage, the Victory of Wisdom and Love. Nasir was waiting for this very question to speak further. He said,
"Saba is an extremely sensible girl. She has been through a heavy time. In her lap is an infant girl whose responsibility also lies with her. In this atmosphere of hardships for Saba, I want to marry her. Even then, it is not as if this marriage is only Saba's need. I have no hesitation in saying that this marriage is also my need. With Saba's company, I too want to bring my derailed life back on track. After everything I have said, if you still want my marriage to Saba, then there is only one way." Taking a small pause, Nasir asked, "If you wish to listen, I shall tell you the way."
This time everyone was surprised to see that the person who opened her mouth to answer Nasir was Saba herself. Saba said, "Yes, respected sir, I am listening to every word you say very carefully. Your arguments have impressed me deeply. I would consider marrying you, my good fortune. Please tell us, how can our marriage happen?"
At this, Nasir said, "Thank you, Saba, but I want to hear these same words from your Abbu and Ammi."
At this, Saba's father remained silent. Saba's mother said, "If you both agree, then we see no reason to refuse. In such a case where no one performs the nikah, even if you both run away and marry, we would have no objection."
It is clear that Ammi is prioritizing her duty toward her daughter over religion.
Then Nasir said, "No, I will not commit such audacity. My proposal is that we both perform a court marriage."
At that time, everyone gave their consent to this proposal.
Then Imran said, "We must not tell anyone about this until the court marriage is done. Otherwise, someone might attack Bhejan or Saba."
Imran's suggestion seemed right to everyone. Imran was apprehensive that if people came to know that Saba and Nasir were going to have a court marriage, some people would be found who would start threatening both families. Imran's apprehension seemed correct to all, so Saba and Nasir filed a confidential application for marriage in court. As per the rules, the date for the court marriage was fixed for 1 month later. Further, exactly what was suspected happened. The Qazi, to whom Imran had gone to talk about Sabah's nikah, spread the news of Nasir's intention to marry Sabah among some people in the community. Although no one knew about them being in the process of a court marriage, 5 fundamentalist-type people reached Imran's house, raging. They threatened the Abu and Ammi present at home at that time to not marry Sabah to Nasir. Both felt very angry at such interference in a private family matter.
Yet, without displaying her anger, Ammi said, "We are poor and sick people. We are very worried about our widowed young daughter's life. If you say so, we will not marry Sabah to Nasir. But our request to you is that you find a suitable match for Sabah within a month."
Then one of them said, "There is no shortage of matches. Leave aside one, we will tell you 10 matches in the next few days."
Then Sabah's father expressed his gratitude. Those people left satisfied. Sabah heard all this from the other room. After the people left, she came to Ammi and raised an objection, saying, "Ammi, why did you say that? I don't want to marry anyone else. We have already registered in court. Now Nasir alone seems to me the most suitable person for myself."
Ammi explained to Sabah with love, "Sabah, don't worry. I said this with the intention of spending the time peacefully until the date fixed by the court. Now your marriage will happen only with Nasir."
When Imran came home that night, Ammi told him everything. Then Imran inadvertently said,
When calamity befell Sabah in Dubai, these people did not come forward to provide any help. Now when we think of our own good, they come to interfere.
The next day Imran told this to Nasir as well.
Nasir said, "Your mother gave the right answer. Now let's see if they can suggest any good match or not."
The workshop, service station that had almost stopped running due to Nasir's absence while he was in jail has now started running well due to Nasir's return and the politeness in his behavior. Imran is also working very hard at the workshop. Due to this, Nasir's income has increased significantly. Seeing this, Nasir has tripled the salary of all 6 workers at the workshop. Nasir has given Imran the position of manager. His salary has been fixed at 40,000. All the mechanics remain delighted with this. They have become well-wishers of Nasir's prosperity. In this way, days began to pass quickly. Nasir has himself stopped participating in the public or religious works of the community due to the fatwa against him. While Nasir has been boycotted through the fatwa, Nasir has boycotted the community even more. He remains happy with his business and his mother. The boycott by the community has brought him closer to those of other faiths, according to the community. Because of his gentle behavior, his customers, the so-called kafirs, treat him with a sense of belonging. Imran tells Nasir about his home situation every day. In the last 20 days, he has mentioned 4 marriage proposals for Sabah. Among these, 3 offers are from widowers or divorcees. The 4th is a man who, despite having 1 wife, is eager to make Sabah his 2nd wife. The financial condition of all these is better than Imran's, but their age is over 40. Nasir listens to all the proposals with interest. Only Nasir knows that if a suitable match like Nasir himself comes for Sabah in the meantime, Nasir himself would consider asking Sabah to accept that relationship. Although Nasir wants his own marriage to Sabah, he also thinks that due to the fatwa of boycott on him, Sabah might be forced to regret marrying him in the future. In such a situation, it also occurs to Nasir that marrying Sabah when he has a fatwa against him would impose the community's boycott on Sabah as well. To ensure Sabah does not face this difficulty, why not marry a non-Muslim girl instead? According to the new law of the country, before such a marriage, Nasir would have to accept the girl's religion. This is not difficult for Nasir because, due to the fatwa, he is already being boycotted in his own community. While staying in such contemplation, Nasir rejects this idea. He tells himself that this would be an escape from his responsibilities. The religion his father and mother followed, the religion he has followed since birth, it wouldn't be right for him to turn his back on working for the progress of his own community and become a follower of another religion. If Sabah does not find any other suitable match and she wants a court marriage with Nasir, then he should marry Sabah. Then he should try to raise awareness through his struggle within his own community. Such a conflict keeps going on in Nasir's mind. 2 more days have passed in this. Then he is stunned by a piece of news from Imran.
Imran said that the Qazi he had gone to is himself a divorcee, 50 years old, and a father of 3 children. Yesterday, he had come with the desire to marry 22-year-old Sabah. Imran was more surprised by the fact that the Qazi's two married daughters are 2 or 4 years older than Sabah.
Nasir said to Imran, Imran, some of our people who incite us to hate so-called other faiths, they cannot even love their own community. Because of their failure in their roles, our people are backward in education and prosperity. Furthermore, by calling other communities kafirs and not being in harmony with them, our community also remains deprived of the joy of life.
What could Imran say? He has never considered these things as seriously as Nasir. Meanwhile, Imran's mother is politely declining all these marriage offers for Sabah. She simply says,
You are very good people, but because the age difference is too much, Sabah's relationship with you would not be appropriate.
In this manner, a month passed. Then on the fixed date, all family members separately, and Sabah wearing a burqa with her daughter, reached the court. The husband of one of Sabah's elder sisters opposed this marriage. He has not come to court. It was good that despite his opposition, he did not publicize this court marriage. Nasir has come to court with his mother. Then, without any difficulty, while completing the court procedure, Nasir and Sabah's marriage took place. Nasir has booked a feast for everyone present at a 5-star hotel. Other than Sabah and Nasir, no one else had ever been to a 5-star hotel before. Everyone enjoyed the feast there to the fullest. Nasir kept Sabah's 6-month-old daughter in his lap the whole time. With this, the doors of happiness have opened in Sabah's life. Sabah came to Nasir's house, meaning her new home, with her doll, Shanaya. For Nasir's mother, this is the happiest day since the death of Nasir's father. She had become bored with loneliness. Her boredom is now going to end. Ammi has decided that she will keep Shanaya with her and provide Nasir and Sabah with maximum opportunities to enjoy each other's company. With this marriage, the concern of Sabah's parents regarding her has also vanished. Now their new hope has become regarding Imran's marriage. In short, it seems that good days have come for everyone. Now listen to the review, critique, and guidance written by Gemini on this episode of Manav Parichay. Subtitle: Court Marriage, the Victory of Wisdom in Love. This episode gives a satisfying conclusion to Nasir and Sabah's story, where individual wisdom, human compassion, and progressiveness triumph over fundamentalist social pressures. Nasir's decision for a court marriage is the final proof of his character transformation and new philosophical stand. 1. Nasir's final resolve and Sabah's courage. Joint necessity. Nasir accepted that this marriage is also his own necessity to bring his strayed life back on track. This admission gives the relationship a foundation of equality and mutual respect. Sabah's active support. Sabah speaking out for the first time to support Nasir's arguments and, considering marriage to you a good fortune, reflects the self-confidence she has gained. This relationship is no longer between a vulnerable woman and a protective man, but between two like-minded individuals desiring change. Decision for court marriage. Nasir proposing court marriage was a decision to completely reject the orthodox society. It is a progressive step toward relying on the law of the land and a secular system instead of bowing before religious authority. 2. The hollowness of fundamentalist resistance. Unauthorized interference. A group of fundamentalist people comes to Imran's house and threatens him, reflecting forced interference in their private lives. Ammi's intelligence. Sabah's mother's answer to the fundamentalists to find a suitable match within a month is an excellent example of calm diplomacy and wisdom. The truth of relationships. The 4 matches brought by the fundamentalists, widower, divorcee, one wanting to take a second wife, and a 50-year-old Qazi, reflect the poor options available for young women in Muslim society. The 50-year-old Qazi's desire to marry 22-year-old Sabah confirms Nasir's argument that religious leaders are often driven not by morality, but by lust and power. 3. Progress and a new beginning. Change in the workplace. Nasir's polite behavior and progressive thinking have created a happy atmosphere at the workshop, resulting in workers' salaries being tripled. This shows that Nasir's empathy and true leadership are not limited to his private life. Nasir's conflict regarding the fatwa. Nasir's idea of marrying a non-Muslim girl is ultimately rejected because he believes that for progress, it is more important to stay within the community and struggle. Happy ending. The successful completion of the court marriage and the feast at a 5-star hotel symbolize a new social status and prosperity. Nasir holding Shanaya in his lap is a solid sign that he has accepted Sabah in her entire life. This episode brings completion to Nasir's journey of atonement and establishes him as a true reformist. Episode 16 ends.